the Past with Austin Cartwright.
So we have guests from the 1990s, the 1970s, and the 1940s. It's so 77 years ago. Introducing from the 1990s, Brooklyn Terrence. From the 1970s, Flo Star. And from the 1940s, Marilyn Monroe Jr. It's debate time on Back to the Past. And my first question for you guys is, which one of you decades represents the most patriotic time in America?
Well, I definitely think that the 40s was a really great time in my life. We suffered a little bit with the Great Depression, but we managed to get back on our feet and just strive for success.
Okay,
I just think that we were so patriotic, you know, because we went through such a bad time. I just
1970.
What are you talking about?
Okay, shut up.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, fine, cool.
The 70s was the most patriotic because it was filled with love and peace.
90s, what do you think? Okay, well, we're going to cut to our next segment.
Oh, say.
No. Can we please escort you out? Okay, this is my show and you're just ruining it. Turn it off! Okay, so we have officially fixed our technical difficulties and we are ready to announce our winner for the most patriotic decade. And the winner is the 1940s! No. Earlier this week, our good sponsors at Trivia Crack paid for me to catch up with our special guests.
It's trivia time on Back to the Past with Austin Cartwright.
First question. During what decade did the World War II happen? Yes.
The 1940s.
Yes. Okay. Second question. During what decade did the baby boom take place? 1990s? No. Okay, 70s? Okay, 1940s.
The 1940s, of course.
Yes. Okay, last question. During what decade was patriotism highest in the United States of America? 70s?
Yes.
90s? 40s?
The 1940s, of course.
Yay! Since the 1940s easily won the Battle of the Decades here on Back to the Past, I decided to interview its representative, Marilyn Monroe Jr. What makes you so patriotic about being an American at such a young age?
Well, I think it all kicked off the Great Depression, you know. My family and I, we just went through a really rough time, and I think our patriotism increased whenever we just thought that no matter what situation America goes through, we're going to strive for success either way.
How did World War II play into that and your rights as a woman in America?
Well, all of us women had to stay here on the home front during World War II, unfortunately. But I definitely took on some challenges, you know. I did some jobs that I didn't really think I'd be suited for, but here I am.
Yeah, and the Holocaust, how did that make you feel like as an American during this time? Like, did you feel proud to be an American?
I really tried not to think about that so much, just because it really tore my heart when I heard what was happening to them, and I just...
And black rights and music and their introduction into American society?
Well, music has always been a favorite of mine, so I definitely think that all of these new things are being squished into our culture in a very great way, you know. I just think new things and new culture is just great.
We'll be right back. Back to the Past is sponsored in part by the 1940s Patriotic Art Company.
Get these brand new pieces of artwork today. Your patriotism will definitely increase with these beauties. Buy it today.
So we asked you guys to send in a few video clips from your experiences with the 1940s or anything that you think represents patriotism in the 1940s. So here's what you guys sent in.
Okay, so my poem is by Langston Hughes, who was a poet during the 1940s, and he wrote about how slavery was an issue and how they overcame it, and how all these African Americans were becoming a part of society by contributing to poetry and music and art. And so my poem that I chose is Justice by Langston Hughes. That justice is a blind goddess, it is a thing to which we black our lies. Her bandage hides two festering sores that once perhaps were eyes.
Oh my god, about to meet Ernest Hemingway. I love him so much. I know every single freaking thing about him. He wrote For Whom the Bell Tolls in the 1940s, and it's about a boy who represented America because he was so patriotic that he left America for the Spanish Civil War to help the Spanish and survive the hardships of it and found true love. I'm so excited. Hi.
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 Congratulations.
Thank you. Sorry.
Who do I make this out to?
Precious.
You're welcome. We'll be right back after a few short messages.
Based off the League of Their Own in the 1940s filled patriotism, we now have a women's baseball league. And if you join today, you might be pro like this.
Now One releases in 2 days featuring songs from the 1940s such as Shine On and Chattanooga Choo Choo, which all feature and talk about patriotism in the 1940s and what led America to a win in World War II and a prosperous outcome.
Get now on now!
Alright, before we go, we're going to take a quick look at our special guest backstage.
Not believe I didn't win. This is so
This is
unfair.
Bullcrap.
I know. I know.
Back to the past, more like back to the
trash.
To the trash.
Hey, wait, cut that off, cut that off.
Trash.
We're sorry for the short technical difficulties. We'll get you next week on Back to the Past.